are you there?
Yes, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Nigerian Diaspora TV. Today we have entrepreneurs Hangout, where we celebrate Nigerian entrepreneurs doing good and doing great in Nigeria and in the diaspora. And today we have no one but a wonderful young entrepreneur who's doing very, very, very well in the fashion industry. And she's no one but Hosanna Agbesi, the CEO of Hozae Atelier, a fashion line, clothing line. You're welcome to our Entrepreneurs Hangout. Can you just
thank you very much.
Yeah, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, I'm Agbesi Hosanna. I am the founder and creator of Hozae Clothing Atelier. A lot of you may know me and a lot of you may not. I started this business a really long time ago, about 4 years, but I already started sewing while I was a kid. My business is specialized in making female clothing for both old, young, women of all colors, all race, all types. We make both contemporary clothing and also native Nigerian attires.
Oh, beautiful. So what would you say inspired you to go into the fashion business? Was it lack of job or what was it? What was the inspiration? What motivated you?
Well, contrary to popular opinion, people don't go into fashion designing or tailoring, as you may call it, because of lack of job opportunities. Personally, I went into the fashion business because I had a very strong passion for it. And as against my peers, when I was in the university, I had already started making enough money to take care of myself and put my bills, even before a lot of my mates got jobs and the likes. During my NYSC, which is something that every Nigerian college student graduates has to go through, I was already making way more than we were being paid as monthly allowances. So it was not due to lack of job opportunity. I had the opportunity to pursue almost any career I wanted to, but I chose to go with fashion designing because I had a strong passion for it.
Oh, beautiful. So how long have you been doing this?
I've been into the fashion business for about, officially, I've been Officially, I've been into the fashion business for about 4 years. I started this business when I was in college. I started it in 2016. And before that, I had already started making clothes right from when I was little as 5 years old. I started making clothes for dolls. I was inspired into making clothes because my auntie, my favorite auntie, may God rest her soul, she was a tailor. She used to sew at home even before we started. Even before she started going to her shop, I had already started making clothes. I'd already started making clothes for dolls, for myself, even though I couldn't really wear them. I made my first clothing that I could wear at the age of 13. It was a really beautiful dress, regardless of how unprofessional it was. I was always interested in crafts, arts, drawing, bead making. So when I was in the university, in my 200 level, I was motivated due to certain circumstances. One, my passion. Two, the friends that were around me. I had a very wonderful friend, Madonna, who motivated me to go and do proper fashion training in order to convert my already existing skill into a business. Also, as at the time, being a student, a college student, my family was not in a very good place financially, and rather than do things that were immoral to be able to foot my bills in school, I'd always had strong belief that I want to be an independent young woman. So as at 200 level in college, I already started making money from fashion. I went to a proper training, and I had already started making clothes for my friends, family members, and even people started referring me, and that's how basically the business was perfect. Since then, I've been making money from fashion, and that's honestly has been my main source of income, and it's been incredible.
So if you were offered an employment, will you go for it and dump your fashion business?
I do not think at this moment any form of employment would make me drop my fashion career, because it is a huge part of who I am. I've had a lot of moments where actually, because of the challenges that come with the business, just as every business comes with its own challenges, I had to reconsider if this is really what I wanted to do, regardless of how the finances were as at the time. I still told myself that this is what I had the passion for and I was going to see it through. So even if I am offered a job, if I cannot do the job alongside my business, I do not want it at all.
Oh, beautiful. So how about you call it, you would say this is profitable, or you're just being driven by passion? Which of them?
Yeah, so far, at first, like I said, it started with passion and the need to be independent. So yes, it's been profitable. As at the incubating stage, when I just started, after doing my training with Prestige Couture in Benin City, where I schooled, I was already able to foot certain bills as at the time. And even at a point, I was able to pay my own school fees in a federal university. This is in the years 2016. I was already able to pay my tuition fee right from the same business that we're talking about. So yes, it's been really profitable, regardless of the fact that every business has its own downtime. And when you make any management errors, it will definitely come back to haunt the business. But regardless, it's been really profitable. I've been able to achieve a lot financially through the business. So yes.
Oh, beautiful. So what's your staff strength, if I may ask?
Currently, we have about 6 to 7 production staff. We have, amongst these people, we have one customer care rep, we have our tailors, we have our marketing team, we have the quality control manager, we have the persons who package and the persons who deliver.
Beautiful. So, what issues that you have? Do you have any issues with your staffs? how's your customer service? How satisfied are your customers with your performance?
So I would answer your first question. What issues I've been having with staff? Just like any business, I've encountered issues with incompetence when it comes to staffing and just general reluctance to put in their best. Usually, when someone is doing something that is not their business, a lot of times they tend to not to put in their best. They tend to do as minute as possible, regardless of the fact that that will take a toll on the outcome of the product. So I would say I've had a lot of issues with staff being nonchalant about the production, about the business in general, and that's been a very major issue. So it's hard to find competent staff, whether for tailors or for the customer service personnel. It's been difficult, but right now I'm working with some of the best people that I've met so far in the business.
Oh, beautiful. So do you make an effort to train them, in customer?
Oh, yes, I do actually. So I am what some people would call a perfectionist. I have this problem where I always try to involve myself in the entire process, regardless of the fact that I know that you can't do it all. So most times I put them through, whenever I get a new staff, someone new, I put them through the process and the way I want it to be done, because everybody probably has an orientation before coming to work for me, but I'm able to put them through, tell them this is how I want it done, and this is how, so far, because of my own experience, this is what clients are most comfortable with, and this is how we're going to get it done, because it brings results. I also encourage the staff to bring up their own personal ideas that they think can help the business, or if they think there's a better way to get things done. I always encourage that. My customer service rep, for example, she's a wonderful person, and she has so far been able to engage with the clients in a way that they come back seeming very satisfied. See that she's talking to them, and they almost have a connection with the business because of that. So yeah, we put them through training. I always talk to her and try to lead her step by step, and each and every one of them on how to get things done.
Okay, beautiful. So we'll just take a break now. We'll watch some of your clips, then we'll come back to discuss.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, in a minute. Yeah.
That's cool on the beat.
I can see your customers are very, very, very satisfied.
Thank you
So
very much.
I'll say congratulations from the clips we just saw, and I think everyone can testify to that your customers are satisfied. Before we go into discussing the product, first, starting a business startup, it's not easy in Nigeria. And so, what are the challenges you faced in setting up this business? What are the challenges and the bottlenecks? Were you able to access? How easy was it for you to access a loan, or did you access any loan or any grant to start up your business? How did you start?
Okay. Please let me know if you can hear me very clearly.
Oh, sure, we can hear you very well.
All right. So as your first question was what challenges I faced while running the business. Well, the research has shown that one of the greatest problems in the fashion industry is usually funding or capital. And that was a very huge challenge when I started off, because the credit facility in Nigeria is not one that is easily accessible for MSMEs, small businesses, and therefore you find yourself struggling to use your own personal funds and source for funds from family and friends to be able to push the business. So yeah, funding has been a great problem. It's been a problem for a whole lot of fashion designers, because I've had the pleasure of speaking to a whole lot of them, people who are in the business, people who are just into the production aspect, people who are into designing. It's always the same thing. Funding to start up is usually a very big problem. Another problem is that faces each and every one of us is electricity. We are in Nigeria, where a country where the electricity is just next to nothing, and most times the truth is that the job depends on having electricity. The entire production process, from the beginning to the last point where you have to iron the clothes and package them, it depends on electricity. And by the time you're spending a huge amount of your income on buying fuel and for a good generator that can power every machine, and the kind of heavy duty iron steamers that we use, you find out that most of your money is going into paying electrical bills and buying fuel for generators. So electricity has also been a big problem. I would also like to say that about bottlenecks that I must have faced. I've tried to source for funding several times, external funding from government, grants and organizations, personal NGOs who offer grants, organizations to small businesses and the likes. And so far, I've not had anyone where I've been completely successful yet. Reason being that some of these grants and loans are either difficult to access for small businesses like mine, or I've just not gotten to the point where I've been able to scale through. I've been able to apply for a Lumenu Foundation fund. It's one that almost every business person in Nigeria must have heard of. And I was part of the distributor category to the Lumenu Foundation. I was able to go through the trainings. I was able to go through each and every one of the professional courses, and I got to the end stage, but unfortunately I couldn't scale through. I've also applied for Rosula Foundation. They give grants to small businesses. So far they've been doing so well, both on Instagram and on Facebook. They've offered loans to small businesses, and so I'm waiting for the second stage, and hopefully I'll be lucky enough with the amazing business strategy I have to be able to get a proper grant from the Rosula Foundation. I've also applied for a World Bank grant, and I need to go through business strategies, business planning and courses, and yeah, and that is still ongoing at the moment. I've also applied for a BOI grant. So yes, I've been out there, and I've been putting in work. The issues facing these grants most times is that, like I said, they are not very accessible for small businesses who don't make up to 3 million naira as profits on a yearly basis. So by the time you see some of the requirements that your business that's just starting up has not been able to achieve, you realize that you are not even fit for the criteria of getting such loans.
Oh, beautiful. First, may I ask, I see you have a beautiful outfit on. Did you make this yourself?
Oh, why? Of course. This is part of our new collection, the More Looks Good collection. So we have engaged in releasing several clothing collections in the past 4 years. A good number of them, and this is part of the most recent collection. You can find a lot of pieces of the recent collection on our Instagram page and Facebook. You can also reach us via the phone number on our Instagram page and via mail. So yeah, it's something that anybody would see and love. I believe that those watching, I'm pretty sure they love it too.
So what will you call this style, if I may ask?
Sorry?
What will you call the style of dress you're putting on, if I may ask?
We gave it.
Yeah, for people.
First of all, we gave this a name when we produced it. Each and every piece is very unique to us, and we treat them like our own babies at Hozae Atelier. So we've given this baby a name. Her name is the Amina dress. If I were to ask what kind of style it is corporate. It's a corporate yet fashionable attire. It's a straight cut corporate dress that can serve almost any purpose. It can serve for office purposes, fundraiser, that big promotion meeting, that presentation. It can even serve for dinner with your friends and your colleagues. So yeah, it's a very versatile dress.
Okay, good. Before I go on again, let me ask, do you belong to any SME group? Because you said it's not easy for startups to actually access grants. Do you belong to any SME, small and medium scale enterprise group?
Oh yes, yes, I do actually. But so far, I don't think that it's been very, very functional.
Oh, okay, good. So we'll take one of your clips, another of your clips again, then we'll now discuss your products.
Okay.
Just 1 minute. Thank you.
That's cool on the beat.
So that's another beautiful outfit. I think that's what do you call that? What will you call that, please?
Sorry?
No, the clip we just played of.
A Nigerian traditional attire. It's an Igbo traditional bride attire. That dress in particular was a dress made for a Canadian bride. She was getting married to a Nigerian man, and we made that beautiful piece for someone we had never seen before and sent it to her. And believe me when I tell you, she was in love with it. She's not used to the Nigerian culture, but she was in love with the piece we made for her.
Oh, beautiful. So, how will you? Who's your target? Do you make for women, for men too, or just women?
No, our target market right now. Our target market at the moment is for making women clothing. We've not gotten to the point where we are diversifying into making male clothing. So far,